Welcome. I've been reminded recently how important it is to share your own individual, unique message, and it drew me to produce something to share with you about that. Sometimes we know what our message is, and we may reflect on it and feel like we wonder if it is worth sharing that with anyone. Perhaps everyone already knows. Perhaps you have had periods in your life where your voice hasn't been validated, or someone close to you said something that you took critically, and you felt that you didn't have as much to offer as perhaps you do. But you do also need to understand that for all of those people who may criticize you, there are others who will find your message so valuable. It may be something that it's waiting to come to them. It's something that they're ready for in their lives, and they haven't had that realization yet, but it's just cusping over into their awareness. And you providing that little something, it could be a little seed to them, it could even be a full revelation that you gift to them by sharing your message, your voice with them. So I've created a few pieces here, and one of them I wanted to talk about how I've called it when inspiration strikes, but whether you call it inspiration or something else, there can be moments when something ignites in us. It might be a revelation moment. It might be a message that's kind of coming through to us as if from another space, or almost from outside of your mind, like it turns a switch and everything clicks and it comes into your awareness. Something that you were unconscious of comes into your consciousness at just the right moment of when you needed to become aware of that information or find out about that information. And I've also been thinking about the theory of when this information comes to you, if you're not the one to take it forward and share the message, it will stay out in the ether, and it will search for someone else almost to realize it, become aware of it, almost remember it, as if some of our deep-seated knowledge that sits in our unconscious, it is there, but it's bringing it into our awareness, which these moments of inspiration provide, which to me it feels they come from somewhere in the non-physical universe. There might be other words for it. You might call it the divine, you might call it God, something, that non-physical presence that we feel inside us. Maybe people call it their soul, their spirit, but that feeling that without form, that provides us with these revelations and these instincts and intuitions, and a knowledge that doesn't come from the brain. So I've put how the inspiration comes to you. It is there for you. It's made for you. And if you don't seize it, it will start to leave. And someone else may pick it up at some point. It could be many years in the future. It could even be the next day, and they may share the message. So if it's something that you can't right now feel fully equipped to communicate, of course then it's not for you. It's the universe giving you the option, and you can decline that option. But if it's something that you are like, wow, I feel that's powerful, that should be shared, have the confidence to share that, to feel the power of that message and share that with other people, to provide the empowerment of that message, whether it comes from love, from care, from something beautiful that empowers the world. Don't be afraid of your power, and feel almost validate your own voice, yourself. Feel inside you. What are you providing? Is it valuable? Is it wonderful? Even if it's something that nearly everybody knows but one person in the world didn't know yet, and you share that message and it comes to them, and the butterfly effect of how that flourishes their life is definitely something to consider. So validating yourself and finding value in that message and sharing it is such a wonderful stage. It's part of your own flourishing as well. But if you wanted someone to provide you with the message that you can be yourself and you can speak your authentic message to anyone that you feel comfortable with, who you have respect with, and you feel safe and comfortable to be truthful, authentic, and provide your beautiful message to them, then please feel welcome to do so. And for those of us, like myself, who like to ruminate on the idea, who potentially procrastinate, who find reasons to log into the fear of sharing more than the pride and the excitement and the pleasure and the passion of sharing their voice, this one is for you. This message is to say, it is time to start, and it doesn't mean you have to share everything now, but you might start sharing by just passing one small comment to somebody who's close to you, who you trust. It might be starting to write a blog post and saving it to continue later. Whatever you want to start, whatever your preferred channel is for your message, it is something that you can start now. And you can see how I've painted a sort of an energy around it. That energy will still exist after you've started it. If it's something that's going really well, like, keep going. If you're providing something wonderful, you can keep going. You don't have to just start. You can follow the flow and you can keep going. But if you start something and it feels tiring, or there's anything that is quite a lot for you, if you're facing barriers, take a break. Maybe ask yourself, what is the barrier? What is it that's there? What's coming up for me? Is there a fear? Is it coming back from days when your voice wasn't validated? Or what is going on for you? Everything is unique to you, and it's worth you speaking with yourself, which you may do in writing. You may just have thoughts in your head, like a conversation with yourself, perhaps with your inner child. You may think of it like that, to see what's going on, and take a break and be really, really compassionate to yourself. And especially if you're not used to sharing your voice or sharing your message, it could be a really, really big step for you. So from this point of taking the inspiration and starting your message, starting writing or something like that, you could start this thinking not about sharing it, but just about bringing your message into the physical world so that it does exist there and it can be used if you want it to. It's the first step. And then checking how you are being, if you are being authentic as you bring this message in. That would be the next step, to have the courage and the brevity to speak your authentic voice and not customize it or tweak it or do any kind of adaptation for who you think your audience will be. And then it's starting to share the message. Then it's time to share, but it's only when you are ready. I'll share now that like myself, I do feel afraid to share. I feel afraid of judgment and of negativity about the things that I'm sharing. But I know that as I find more and more comfort in my own voice, and feel comfortable, safe, validated by myself with my own voice, with my own message, it will get easier to be myself and to seize the moment so that I can start and I can share my message. So I hope that for any of you who's feeling like maybe it is time, that this message comes to you at the time that you need it. If it's not time right now, of course you could feel free to save this video to a playlist or something, save it for later. And it may come up to you again at a time when it feels more suitable for you, and a time when inspiration is coming to you more freely and you've worked on your confidence, on your value, and you really appreciate your own voice, your own message, and what you have to say, and you feel fully confident to be yourself. So I'm going to leave it there. Please check out the other videos if you would like. There's more kind of arty things, not just kind of verbal messages, but yeah, I hope you enjoy whatever I put out there. It might not be for everyone, like I say, every message is maybe not going to hit home with everyone who ever comes across it, but if it touches one heart and it moves something and somebody moves forward because of your message, then it's a really beautiful thing. If you think of the exponential growth of that wonderful energy that you've put out, then it is really something to value. Alright, take care, bye.